how does that old gospel song goes? Jesus loves the little children, all of the children of the world. Red, brown, yellow, black, and white. They are precious in his sight. Jesus loved the little children of the world. I think I said that right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorne. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And speaking of that, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Look here, let me take this time out and do it once again. You know, everybody who had a helping hand getting this channel up, past or present. You know, I appreciate everybody. You know, this has been a good journey. You know, this has been a good road trip. I'm enjoying it. Been doing it for 3 years now. You know, and networking with different people adding me into groups and all this, especially with the Malia situation. You know, I just found a lot of people that, you know, that are good people, they do good content, and we all collaborating together. You know, I mean, we talk about people like with the latest brother Icky Mill, another one of the latest, you know, Leak You. You know, we have found each other, and we have been talking and, you know, collaborating. Again, I got a dude by the name of Life of Shy. He's a YouTuber, has reached out and want to collab, you know. Now, those are the recent ones, you know, and you had a lot of people in the past that has helped me with this channel as well. And as a matter of fact, I just hit 1,700 probably like a week or two ago. I'm finna hit 1,800 already. So, you know, I mean, amen. How cool is that, you know? So that's why I say to people who want to do this YouTube thing or content creating, look, man, network yourself. Don't stay in one spot. Network yourself. You know, if you got people who want to shout you out and network with you or collab with you, don't be afraid to take it. You feel me? Don't be afraid to take it. But also, I would say this. All collaborations are not good collaborations. All of them not, you know. So, you know, just collab with people who fit you, you know, and y'all could be on the same page about different types of subjects and this, that, and the third. So anyway, I just want to say that real quick. Thanks to everybody who had a helping hand in getting this channel built up and the route that it's going right now. All right. So anyway, guys, I got a story for y'all, and I meant to do this story the other day. What we have here is a newborn baby was found in a plastic bag in the woods, and you had some people, which y'all see 3 women right here. They was walking in the woods or something like that, and they heard this loud outcry. And what they did, they went to go tell their father that they hear something. Well, the father thought maybe it was a raccoon or something like that. So they was able to convince the father, you know, hey, go check it out. And kind of find out, you know, it was actually a child wrapped up in a blanket or under a mat or something like that. Y'all heard it in me because I'm playing you 2 news clips. And I just like, you know, again, I had to ask the question, is 2019 the year of irresponsible mothers? Or is 2019 of the year, is the year of the attack on children? I don't know, man, but this is a motherfucking ridiculous. It is. This is a motherfucking ridiculous. But without further ado, let me let y'all hear what's going on here, good peeps.
These 3 sisters believe a higher power put them in the right place at the right time. Outside their home Thursday night, they heard a strange cry from the woods.
And grabbed flashlights, and we were driving around, and we were like, that just doesn't sound like an animal.
They came back, told Dad they thought it was a crying baby. Dad was skeptical.
And I said it's got to be impossible. It's got to be a raccoon or a baby deer or something.
But they all went back into the dark woods and traced the sound to a pile of leaves and sticks and a bath mat.
As we got closer, we realized that it was a baby crying.
When we went down there and pulled it up, there was a poor little baby wrapped up in a plastic bag, and we called 911, and she was alive.
The newborn, perhaps just an hour old, her umbilical cord still in place.
Terrifying, scary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Panic was going through all of our minds. We were all crying.
The sheriff thanked the family for rescuing the baby.
It is without doubt a divine intervention that this child was found. Had it not been for those observant folks who were our citizens who called 911, we would be having a much different conversation.
He also asked the public's help to locate the mother.
It is either a Caucasian, potentially Hispanic, female, full term.
We're glad we found her and that she's okay.
You saved her life.
Thank God.
So one of the main important things I want y'all to understand is,
Oh, this is dope. I love.
they said this baby was just an hour old, and the baby had the umbilical cord still on her. You know, still had the umbilical cord. Man, you know, I don't know what to really make of that, other than it's sickening. Now, it's another news clip I wanted to play, but for some reason it'll play just one time, and I can't get it to load back up. It was, I think, News Alive 11, something like that, and the lady kind of went into more detail. That she was like, people. She said something that I really didn't like what she said. She was like, some people must have forgotten that you have safe havens where you can actually take the baby, and they take the baby in, and give it up for adoption, something like that. And she was like, apparently people must have forgot about that. No, I don't think people forgot about it. You just got a lot of trifling ass people in the world, because down here in Memphis, they promote that. You got a lot of places, they got a big yellow sign and it say a safe place. So, you could drop your child there, and I guess they'll take it in and go with the procedure as to getting this baby in the home. But even with that, though, I feel that somebody does that, they should be, somewhat charged, because to me, that's child abandonment. You feel me? And I think something needs to be done. And I think another reason why I say it's a motherfucking ridiculous that a woman can actually sit up here and take their child and leave it at a place like that. So you woman enough to sit up here and get pregnant and have a child, but you're not woman enough to take care of the child. Now, granted, a lot of y'all say, hey, men aren't men enough to take care of a child. I get it to you. But at the same time, y'all just as worse as a lot of us men out here. Y'all sit there had these children and can't take care of them. And before you even have them, a lot of you can't take care of the child, but you still have them anyway. So I put it like this: as far as that deadbeat shit goes, in this era, I think it goes both ways. It ain't just no men. This shit goes both ways. Everybody needs to take a part in this shit right there. You understand? So anyway, let me go to this next one right here. And this is new. This is Fox 7. And let's see what they have to say.
In Forsyth County, a family found a newborn baby girl alive in a plastic bag in a wooded area along a road last night. Now that newborn is recovering in the hospital, thankfully. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor spoke to the man who found the baby. Angelique, he told you at first he didn't want to go to check out the noise in the woods.
That's right, Russ. This is a very rural area. There are lots of animals out here, and the property owner told me quite candidly that he thought he was hearing the cries of a raccoon, not a baby.
But I grabbed the little baby in the plastic and brought her up here and then opened it up.
Alan Regatz followed the cry. He initially thought it was an animal of some sort, but was simply stunned when he looked under this bath mat and discovered baby India clinging to life in a plastic bag.
When we flipped the bath mat over, there was a little baby wrapped up in a plastic bag, and that was a tough part, and we opened it up, and she was crying, so she was healthy.
The Forsyth County Sheriff says never in his 32 years has he worked an abandoned baby case that tugs at your heartstrings like this one. The top cop says this is an opportunity for everyone to revisit Georgia's safe haven law that protects parents who drop infants off in someone else's hands.
to drop that infant off at a hospital, a fire station, a police station, a sheriff's station, and as long as they turn it over to a person, a live human being, they cannot be charged with abandonment, cruelty to children.
Baby India is in stable condition at a hospital and now in DFAC's custody, but is expected to be fine. As for the sheriff, he's seeking the public's help in looking for the parents. But Mr. Regatz is just thankful that his daughters were persistent after hearing that cry.
They were the true ones that stuck with it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we could have wrapped it up and been inside, and that baby wouldn't be with us. With all the coyotes and everything we have around here, it wouldn't be here.
All right, so you heard what the police said. He said if you drop it off at the hospital or police station or fire station, you will not be charged with abandonment. I really don't like that, but listen to what he's saying though. He said you won't be charged with abandonment. Not saying that it's not abandonment. You just won't be charged with abandonment. Either way it go, I think I don't know. I think it should be. I don't think that a lot of women should get away with doing that. I think they should get a prep talk at the least when they do stuff like that. Again, like I said earlier, this baby was 1 hour born, and they said, still had the umbilical cord on this child, so yet again, society gives women passes a lot of time when it comes to children. They give them a pass. They give them a slap on the wrist, and they don't get shunned or get in trouble as much as a man would if he done this. They saying they looking for the mother, but just to think about it though, we'll kind of find out that it was a man that did this, which I doubt it. But just think about it. If a man had done this, or they find out that it was a man that done this, I'm really curious as to how people will look at this if they see that a man had done this. I'm just really curious how they would look at that. Good thing about this is at least the baby is alive. Update story. I tried to show again, but I can't get the video to upload. That the baby is in good condition. Like they say, is in DFAC's custody right now, and if I remember, I think they said something about putting it in a foster home or something. And they say they could take up to like 6 months or some shit like that. I can't get that video to upload anymore. I guess once you play it once, you won't play it again. And that was from this website called Alive 11. I guess that's a news station too. But once you play the video once, it won't play again. So I wanted to bring it to y'all attention as well. But anyway, though, let's read some of this to see can we get some more out of this. If there's anything we can get out of this. And nope, not on this one. It doesn't give you no article to read. I don't think it does. Okay, nope, it gives you no article to read. So I'm gonna have to go back to this one. And I guess it give me something to read as well. So of course, let me try to blow it up for y'all. Okay. And as always, good peeps, I will post this. Shit, I can't see that. Hold on. I can't see that shit. Okay. So, now, this was on June 8th, the one I'm reading, but the one I just played y'all last, it was updated. Well, today is the 11th. It was updated yesterday on the 10th. So, but I'm pretty much sure it's still going to say the same thing. So, this is what it says. Baby found in plastic bag in the woods. Georgia authorities are searching for the mother of a newborn found wrapped in a plastic bag and abandoned in a wooded area in Cumming. Residents of a nearby home were unloaded their car after a trip Thursday night when they heard a noise coming from a secluded wooded strip of land. At first, they thought they were animal sounds. We grabbed our flashlight and we were driving around and we were like, that doesn't sound like an animal. Kayla Raggets, I guess that's her last name, told CNN. They went into the woods and followed the sound of the pile of leaves and sticks and then saw the baby wrapped in a plastic bag. You don't anticipate hearing a baby in the woods, Sheriff Ron Freeman said. He told reporters Friday, thank God they went out and investigated. Amen. They called 911 and the baby girl believed to be hours old was found in a plastic bag. Freeman said police and hospital staff involved in the baby's rescue wanted her to have a name because they feel like she is one of theirs. All right. He added, instead of baby Jane Doe, a local Forest County hospital named her India. Oh, so they named her that. Okay. India is in the hospital receiving medical attention, and the Department of Family and Children's Services will likely place her in foster care, Freeman said. Law enforcement are canvassing the area, checking cameras, and asking for the community's assistance in figuring out how India got there. If she was left there, the person involved could be charged with offense such as abandonment and cruelty to children in the first degree. But authorities are not going to speculate on criminal charges until they know what happened, Freeman said. Their priority is making sure India and the woman who gave birth to her are both safe and in good condition, he said. Cummings is about 40 miles from Atlanta. All right, and I think that's the end of it right there. Again, you have to be a piss poor excuse of a woman, whether you're white or black or whatever ethnic you are. You got to be a piss poor excuse of a mother to do some shit like this, and you got to be a piss poor excuse of a man who would even sit up there and allow a woman to do this if it was a man involved. I mean, I don't know. Right now the story is kind of vague, but another one of these stories is a waiting game to find out who did it, why they did it, and are they going to get the maximum, or are they going to get a slap on the wrist or wrist? I meant to say not risk. Ugh. They're going to get a slap on the wrist or whatever. But it's just sad to see that these children in this era, and here we are in June, and there's so many stories that came out of 2019 alone that's involving children, whether it's bullying, abuse, sexual abuse. There's a lot of shit that's just going on with these children in 2019. So that's why I asked my brother DJ C Smooth when he was on the show me the other day, is there a message in there that we missing? Is it contaminated water? Is it contaminated food? Or is it even demons in the air that just getting in the body of these folks? I mean, what's really going on here? What the fuck? But sadly, we do not have an answer as to why this shit goes on, and this shit is continuing to go on. And it's sad that the person, or let me say the gender, women, carry us for 9 months, and if they decided they didn't want this child, you had 9 months to decide to get an abortion or whatever. But yet, instead of abortion, you choose abandonment. Don't know how the fuck that works. But for y'all, it's working. Or you trying to make sense as to why you making this work. Now they said at the end, their first priority is make sure that the baby's okay and the mother's okay. Well, I guess that's logical about the mother part. I guess that's logical. Make sure she okay before y'all do what y'all got to do to get some justice done for this baby. Me personally, I think if I ever seen her, y'all find out who it was. I got a lot of shit that I want to talk. But again, even though with these stories, you got a lot of women that would give them an excuse, give them a pass, and say, you don't know what they've been through, you don't know what their struggle is, you don't know this, you don't know that. And the one famous line that they love to use is, they may have mental issues, of which that could be a strong possibility. But how many times we got to hear that shit to give a woman a pass for doing this shit? Seriously, how many times must we use that mental shit, giving women a pass because of their mental state, when it's easy for a lot of them to try to plead their sanity shit and they'll get off on that? I mean, seriously, how long we got to give them passes for that? I don't know. I just don't know. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. What's going on? What do you think is going on? Or, do you feel like I feel that she's a piece of shit for even doing this? I don't know. I always leave the platform open for people who even disagree. Share your thoughts. If you disagree, hey, that's fine too. But I just can't. I just can't. I can't just really have no mercy for women who's doing this unless you got a good damn excuse as to why you did it. But I don't think there's no such thing as a good excuse for doing something like this. I just don't. Anyway, guys, get my ass to bed. It's 1:30 my time. Got to get up in the morning. Got to go take care of some business in the morning. I don't know what else to say. But anyway, guys, one thing to know what my channel is doing, as well as other channels, if we got enough followers. I don't know how many subs you got to have, but make sure you check out people community tabs, because I know with me, I can't say everybody else, but with me, if whenever I'm going live or I got a video up, I will go to my community tab and let people know that there's a video up. So if you want to catch my lives, for the people who are not catching my lives and stuff like that, I know a lot of times the notification don't go out, but how you can avoid that, always check my community tab. Because whenever I'm going live, I try at least post it up at least about an hour or 2 hours ahead of time, so people can get it. So keep your eye out on my community tab whenever I do videos or anything, or stuff I just put up, period. Just like earlier yesterday, I put up 2 community posts. The last one I did, I think it was a lot of people responding to that, and I really appreciate that y'all responding to that, and I think that's a true word. Might need to have a show about talking about stuff like that. But anyway, though, for now, share your thoughts, what y'all think about this, and I will get back to y'all later. This your man, Chris Thorns. I am out. Peace.